What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. It's been a little while since we've done any vlogging, but today we're gonna have something that's a little bit different than what we've done in the past. As you guys know, this year, 2019, we're gonna be competing in East10Drift Pro-Am series to try and get our Formula Drift Pro 2 license. It will be my first time competing, or really first time doing close tandem, so I'm hoping that it goes well. I know there's gonna be some people in this series that are seasoned, they've done the competition stuff before, and you know, some of them may have competed in the Pro-Am events last year for East10Drift, but I'm new to it. So for this new kind of competition realm that I'm entering, there were some things on the car that weren't quite up to spec, as well as my gear. So as you guys have seen in the previous video, we got the car caged. That was a big thing for this year. That was probably the biggest expense to make sure that we are legal for the Pro-Am series. A couple other things that we had to get out of the way, I went ahead and ordered. They've come in, and that's kind of what this video is going to be. I'm going to be unboxing some things that I've gotten over the past couple of days. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen kind of the boxes, the shapes, and I may have dropped a couple hints on what was in them. Yeah, so basically today's video is just going to be an unboxing of some of the stuff that I've gotten to kind of make me legal for Pro-Am. So we'll dive into the boxes here in just a little bit, and I'll show you just kind of a recap of how this year has gone so far. If you follow me on social media, you see that we have a ton of good sponsors this year. As you guys know, that with competing comes a lot of money, you know, a great car. So luckily I've got a list of some great sponsors this year helping me out, and you know, trying to be a huge part in the team, helping out and making sure that we have all the best parts and everything. This year we have a great list of sponsors. I'm sure if you've seen my Instagram or my Facebook, you've seen a list of these sponsors. I try to throw out, you know, a big thank you to them as much as I can. So anyway, a list of these sponsors this year. We have Sweet Trucking. They were a sponsor last year and the year before. We got Euro House Motorsports, who's going to be pretty much taking care of all the car's needs as far as maintenance and performance stuff goes. We have Clutch Wheels this year. They've supplied us with some great looking wheels. We're sporting the Clutch ML1 wheels this year, so if you guys haven't checked out Clutch, be sure and check them out online. We also have Condor Speed Shop. They're new this year. They're basically like a big aftermarket company for BMW bushings and stuff like that. So they're heavily in the BMW game. So if you guys haven't heard of them, be sure to check them out. Again, this year we're running with D&D. We're using their interior stuff, like their quick release and their steering wheel, as well as some other parts that we may end up ordering along the way this year. We have a new face to the team, Ed Browning. He is a realtor here locally, a family friend of ours, and he wanted to get into the team somehow, so he contributed, and we're going to put him on the side of the car this year. So thank you. One huge deal that I personally think is one of our biggest helps is tire sponsors. So this year we are bringing on Tire Streets as a partner, and they're going to be providing us with some Accelera 651 Sport tires. This year we're going to be running a 200 compound, 265 in the rear, and a 235 in the front. So they're going to be supplying with all the tires we need for the year. So thank you, Tire Streets. Thank you, Accelera. Another new sponsor for this year is Excess Power. They are a huge producer for batteries. They supply a lot of batteries for audio cars, like, you know, cars with huge speakers and all of that require a lot of power. That is their specialty. So thank you, Excess Power. We'll be installing one of their batteries in the car really soon. Last but not least, we have ACT Clutch. They will be providing us with a clutch this year that will make sure that we have no slippage and we have a very competitive car as far as putting power to the wheels. So thank you, ACT. And now that I'm winded from all of the great sponsors that we have this year, and hopefully more to come, you know, I'm still working on some deals, but we'll see how it goes. Back to the recap. So we went to our first event back in February. It was the Ice Bowl at the Smoky Stadium that East10Drift puts on every year. It was a great event. It was the first event that we get to test our new Tire Streets Accelera tires. I can tell you just from the one set that I went through, the tires are phenomenal. Like the grip on them compared to what I'm used to, because I'm usually on like a 400 treadwear tire, the grip is just outrageous. Like we went up to a 265 as opposed to a 245, which is what we're used to, but we're also used to a 400 treadwear. The 200 plus the 265, it was a crazy amount of difference. All went good, you know, testing went great. You know, first event is always a blast out there with everybody, getting to dial in the cars for the year. There's tons of new people that I've never met that I met that day. So thank you, Louis, for putting on all the events that you do. Hopefully this year we can go out there and have a great Pro-Am year. Anyways, I know I'm just ranting and I'm not really wanting to do that because I want to get into the actual good stuff now. So now I'm gonna show you guys kind of what we've ordered for the year. There's some more stuff that I have to get and it will come soon. But we've still got a month and a half before our first event. So no big rush there, but here we go. Feels like Christmas here. We have all these packages. All of these packages. Which one do we want to open first? I would say let's open up this one first. This is one of the biggest, coolest ones that I got. This is actually going to be our fire suit. Chris up at 425 Motorsports hooked us up this year with some quality gear and stuff that we need in order to be legal this year, meet all the safety requirements. So this is one of the bigger things that we have for the year. We went with the Sparco Jade 3. It's not really a super expensive buy if you guys are interested in purchasing fire suits. It was one of the cheaper options, but it is definitely a professional looking option. We went with this one and it looks great. I'm very impressed with it. All right, so our next box that we're gonna open, it's one from Condor Speed Shop. They did me right by hooking me up with this sick hat. I will definitely be wearing this year, repping them. So thank you guys. What else we got in here? Oh, these are really cool. So I ordered these. You may not know what they are, but they're actually strap tie downs for the car. So we've been strapping the car down by wrapping the strap around the wheel and tire. The one thing that we've been afraid of is tightening down too tight and then you start bending stuff, like tie rods or whatnot, which may not be possible, but I'm sure after so long that stuff starts to wear. So I got some of these for the front. These are the fronts. They'll go basically where the bar goes across underneath below the transmission and engine. So I've got those to put on there, and I also ordered some for the rear. So basically these will go up and bolt to the rear strut on the bottom, and then you can just hook through here and tow it like that. Also from them, they sent us some motorsports hardware. We got some new studs and lug nuts. We were due for some of those, so I went ahead and ordered some. Mine are all stripped and they're old. So, and then they hooked us up with a Condor koozie. We can ship our Gatorade out of that this year. The next box, if I can steal it away from my cat, it's having more fun than I am. So our next box is also from 425 Motorsports. Some more stuff that Chris hooked us up with. So I guess we can go ahead and call them a sponsor as well for this year because he treated us right. So I'm definitely gonna be considering them as a sponsor. They sent us this shirt. We can sport this shirt at some of the events. Sent us some OMP stickers. Sent us some 425 Motorsports stickers, which we can add to the car, no problem. They gave us some gloves. These are some Alpine Star gloves that will meet our Pro-Am regulations for this year. They're kind of like the ones I have now. They're just a little bit different. The ones I have now are for karting. These are actually auto racing gloves, so stoked to have those. I already tried those on this kid. They gave us some long 425 Motorsports stickers and some lanyards. Here's another cool thing for this year. So I get to also wear some shoes. These are the Sparko Race 2s. I have not tried them on yet, so I think we're gonna go ahead and try them on. Alright, so that's what 425 sent us there. We actually have one more box from them, or two more boxes actually. The next box, many of you already know from what that logo is. I'm sure some of y'all know what this is. And of course, I've already pulled it out and looked at it. Here is our visor for it. We bought a extra visor. It's a blue tinted visor. It's mirrored. Figured that would be really cool. They didn't offer a yellow one, or I would have gotten a yellow one. Ta-da! So we went with the HJC AR-10-3 helmet for this year. It was definitely recommended by Chris at 425. It was one of the brands that they carried, which I'm totally cool with. I've never had an HJC helmet, but I've read a lot of reviews on this one, and it seems to be a pretty good helmet that's in regulation. So I'm super excited to have this helmet as opposed to the one that I've had for 6-7 years now. So definitely an upgrade here. If I ever do decide to run a Hans, it's actually got the place here for a Hans device. And so yeah, there's our helmet for this year. So yeah, as you guys can tell, it fits perfect. It's nice and snug. I don't even have it tightened all the way down here, but fits awesome. It's a big helmet, which I'm not used to. I'm used to having a smaller helmet as far as the actual look of it. So it's a little bit bigger, but I like it. Looks pretty good. So I think what we're gonna do now is tackle the visor and put the new visor on. Boom! Here we have it. Blue lens on our helmet now. Changed the look of this helmet completely, and I love it. All right, we're back again. Probably still have helmet hair, but it's okay. So we have one more thing to unbox from 425 Motorsports, and judging by the look of it, you probably can't tell what this is, but I'll open it up and I'll show you what it is. So that little piece was actually a rear spoiler that I ordered. It was optional, and I went ahead and got it because I thought it looked really cool. So now I've got like this little clear piece. It's held on by double-sided tape, which, as you can see, has bubbles in it, but I think once it gets heated up and starts forming to the helmet a little better, you won't be able to even tell that it's bubbled up. So that's the new rig for the helmet this year, and I'm super stoked about it. Thank you, 425 Motorsports. That pretty much does it for all of our safety gear. So we've got a fire suit now, we've got shoes, we've got new gloves, new helmet. The only thing that I lack is some socks, and we are good to go as far as safety equipment goes. I don't think a Hans is actually required for Pro-Am stuff, so we won't be getting any of those. All right, so I just got back from running a couple of errands, and as you can tell, I've got a little bit warmer dress wear on, threw my Condor Speed Shop hat on, and I'm gonna show you guys one last thing that I've got so far. Ready, set, go. So, as you can see, it's properly fitted and it looks great. It's nice in one piece with the hood. But we are gonna be running a D-Max style hood vent this year. So a buddy of mine was selling this for cheap. I was gonna order one off of eBay. This one he's been sitting on for about a year. It's made of fiberglass. It's gonna need some cutting, some trimming, and some sanding, and then we're gonna paint it black, and then we'll start mounting it up, but I think it's gonna look awesome. I've seen a couple of the E36 guys with the D-Max style vent, and ever since I saw the first one, I was like, that is actually a really great idea. I really wanna do that. So I picked one up after searching for a little while, and we're gonna see how it turns out. Hopefully it doesn't look like total trash, but I'm gonna do my best to make sure that it's nice, sanded, primered, painted the right way, so that it doesn't look like garbage. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was kind of a different one this time. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we have about 3 more weeks and then we go back hot at Bristol, and I'll definitely be filming there because that is our last fun day before we go straight into competition May the 4th at Nashville Super Speedway. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks, see ya, and have a good one.